I've just finished this bra. I tried a new method and I like it. Here is a photo for memory with today's date and the first one on my wall. This book is full of beautiful designs for inspiration, but today's story is about this bra.
I've sewn bras before, but each of them had some problems, and today I am taking the risk and trying a new method. Honestly, I don't know how it will turn out, but I'm really curious and I want to try. I designed and drafted all these bras by myself. I didn't use ready-made patterns, and now I'm going to show you all my bras and the problems that I don't like I want to change in my next bra. I really love it. But I did a mistake with the band. It doesn't fit well. And also, the cup should be bigger. This, not elastic. So, these details make a big difference in fitting. I like this black plastic lace. It looks elegant, but I stitched the bottom elastic incorrectly. It should touch the channeling tape. It has a gap here. It's a really big mistake. But actually it was my first bra. I made it from regular elastic mesh. And it is really soft and very elastic for the heavier bust. And also, I chose the wrong stretch ratio. That's why it's too long here. So for the next time, if I would like to make mesh bra, I will buy power net mesh, but not very hard. After these 3 bras, I realized I need to try a new method. Again, I will use my own measurements and hope this time I will have a perfect bra. Let's see.
The stretch lace, it only stretches crosswise while it stays stable lengthwise. This is corset mesh. It doesn't stretch at all, so it gives stability where extra support is needed. This elastic goes under the bust. It holds the band in place and makes the bra sit firmly. And this decorative scalloped elastic is for finishing the upper edge. Both are functional and pretty. This is channeling tape. The underwires are inserted into it. They support the shape and help the cup hold the bust. This is strap elastic. It has stretch, but it's strong enough to carry the weight of the bust. A classic hook and eye closure for the back. These rings connect the straps to the band. And the sliders adjust the strap length, an essential detail. Now I'm drafting the bra pattern. It looks very technical, but I'll keep it short. First, I'm drawing the band. One part will be lined with non-stretch mesh, and the other stays elastic. In bar drafting, it's really important to take the measurements as accurately as possible. Even a few millimeters can change the fit. Normally, it's best to test the pattern with a mock-up, but this time I'll go straight into lace and see how it turns out. Then the cup, which is made of 3 pieces. The lower part will be reinforced with non-stretch mesh, so I didn't apply the stretch ratio here. The upper part stays elastic, so I drafted it about 10% smaller to fit smoothly. This way, the cup has both stability and flexibility where it's needed. This part of the band will be reinforced with no stretch mesh. These 2 lower cup pieces will also be reinforced with no stretch mesh. Now I'm transferring all the pattern pieces onto tracing paper. I'm checking the seam lines on the cup and the band. The lengths need to match exactly. And here I'm also editing all the notches and marks, so the pieces will come together correctly when I sew.
So I finished pattern pieces of my bra, and I realized just now that I have not so big piece of the lace. And honestly, I don't know if all these pieces will fit it. So I traced mirrored copies of each part of the bra, and I will try to solve this puzzle. I don't know if I can do it, but I really hope. If not, I have the black lace, but I'm not sure about the quantity, or I will need to buy another piece of lace.
So here it is. All the parts of the bra are finally together. I'll start with sewing the cup. Do you know, bras are actually much older than most people think. In Austria, archaeologists discovered a linen bra from the 15th century with real cups and even a center gore. And while I was sharing this fact, our little cup is done. Now let's move to the band. The band is what really replaced the corset when bras were invented. The very first bra patent was filed in 1914 by Mary Phelps Jacob. She was only 19, getting ready for a party, and didn't want to wear a stiff corset under her sheer dress. So she stitched together two silk handkerchiefs and some ribbons, and that's how the modern bra was born. She later sold her patent to Warner Brothers Corset Company for $1,500, a fortune at the time. The channeling tape. I like sewing it from the inside, much easier. But from the outside, it's always a real challenge to keep the stitching perfectly straight. This small piece is the strap holder. This elastic goes under the bust. It fixes the band and makes the bra sit firmly. It's important to overlap it slightly onto the channeling so there is no gap. And now the very last detail, the strap. And the last fun fact. In 2009, a scientist designed an emergency bra. You could take it off and turn it into gas masks, one for yourself and one for a friend. So while I was finishing this strap and sharing this little story, the bra is finally complete. So the bra is finished, and honestly, I really like it. I think it is the best one I've made so far. Of course, there is still room to grow, but I'm happy with it for now. And now, here is what I want to improve. The first thing I want to change, the lower part of the center piece. I will change it on my paper pattern, because here is a little space. Other thing, I will move the center bust point about 5 millimeters, no more, closer to the center. The upper cup piece should be shorter. I also want to make the center gore wider, because my bust is wide set. In the next bra, I will experiment with the changing angle or the center seam. I want it to be like this. So I really like this method, and I will use a draft as a base for my future designs. I already have some ideas for the new shapes, and I will try them in the next videos. Subscribe and let's experimenting together. I think it will be fun.